Diplomat Talks prepared a special project for the new year.
세상에 하나뿐인 달력을 만들 거예요.
Diplomat Talks and Embassies in Korea began a big project to create a one-of-a-kind calendar by putting together each country's special anniversaries. 21 embassies decided to participate in the project. And over the past 2 weeks, Diplomat Talks has worked with 12 embassies to create images for the calendar.
Which country's special holidays await us this week?
디플로맷 토크와 주한 대사관들의 협업 프로젝트.
To create a one-of-a-kind calendar for 2024.
그 제작 과정 세 번째 이야기를 지금 공개합니다. 여러분 안녕하세요. 저희가 다음으로 갈 곳은 어디일까요? 같이 가보실까요?
It is the ambassador of Rwanda. What day is the anniversary chosen by the Rwandan embassy?
Tell us about the day you picked for our calendar.
So we picked Liberation Day. It's a special day for Rwanda.
After World War I, Rwanda became a mandate territory of the League of Nations under the administration of Belgium. During colonial rule, Belgium implemented a discriminatory policy that favored the Tutsi and neglected the Hutu in order to rule effectively. The two ethnic groups came into conflict in this process, and the conflict continued even after independence in 1962. The tragic result was the genocide against the Tutsi in April 1994. The tragedy ended on July 4th when the Rwandan Patriotic Front captured the capital Kigali. Since then, the Rwandan government has commemorated July 4th every year as Liberation Day.
As you know, Rwanda went through first an independence in 1962, and then unfortunately that independence did not live up to the expectations. The colonial power were still influencing the politics. There were a lot of division. The country remained in poverty. So this created a lot of discrimination within Rwandans. And Liberation Day is the moment where a group of Rwandans, mostly young people, came and fought to free up the country from all that bad governance and bad ruling and lack of vision for a country. And since 1994, Liberation Day for us has been a moment where Rwanda is united, where we work towards development and growth, and where we remain accountable. It's a moment where Rwanda has been growing tremendously. We're one of the most attractive investment places today in Rwanda. We are one of the most advanced technology company in Africa. We have great partners like Korea. And this year's a special year. We're going to be 30 years of Liberation Day. But it's really a moment to reflect on what has gone right, what has gone not so well, and what innovation we can bring to continue growing.
조명 제일 얼굴 잘 나오는 데서 하는 게 나을 것 같아요. 이 코리안 하트. 좋아요.
We decided to take a photo of the ambassador and Photoshop it into a photo of Rwanda. And this is the photo chosen by the ambassador.
So the Rwanda Convention is the biggest meeting hall that we have in Rwanda.
This one? Why did you pick this picture as a background?
I think it's symbolic. It's one of those architecture and structure that we did not have before. And really Liberation Day is showing how Rwanda is transforming at high pace. This is one infrastructure that is now available in Rwanda that was not a couple of years back. But there's many like that I would like to invite people in Korea and the world to come in.
I think this photo clearly shows how much progress Rwanda has made since the day of liberation.
So I think not that many Koreans are well aware of this day. So how do you want to promote this day to Korea, or how would you like this day to be known in Korea?
I think the Liberation Day for us is a day is the post-war Korea moment. It's when the Republic of Korea decided to move into development. If you look at the growth that Korea has achieved, it's exactly what we're trying to do with Rwanda. And our Liberation Day is the moment where the country stood up, thanks to a good leadership. We're very much excited. There's so many events that have happened last year, and we're looking forward to this year. And I want to invite Koreans to visit Rwanda during the 4th of July.
Be sure to check the calendar for July 4th, Rwanda's Liberation Day.
저희가 이번에 만날 대사님은 일단 초인종부터. 대사님! Ambassador?
안녕하십니까.
안녕하세요.
Bonjour.
Let me introduce the ambassador of France to you. He presented his credentials in October last year. So, it hasn't been a year since he's been in Korea.
들어오세요.
Please come.
와우!
What day did the ambassador and the French embassy choose?
Well, I think, obviously we are all very excited in the preparation of the Olympic Games that will start on July the 26th.
The 2024 Summer Olympics will be held in Paris, France, from July 26th to August 11th. This means the Olympics are being held again in Paris exactly 100 years after the Paris Olympics of 1924. Under the slogan, Games Wide Open, the Paris Olympics will be the first gender-equal games in history, with 5,250 men and the same number of women competing in 32 sports and 48 disciplines.
The Olympic atmosphere could be felt throughout the residence as well.
We will receive in Paris at that time 15,000 athletes, 20,000 journalists, and 13 million tickets have been sold, and we expect 3.2 billion TV viewers for the whole event. It's going to be the third time we have tried to innovate. So in 1900, it was the first time women participated. In 1924, first time Olympic villages were introduced. And then this year, what we want to do is open the ceremony beyond the traditional ceremonies in the stadiums and have it in the very center of Paris. So the opening ceremony will be an event along 6 kilometers of the River Seine, where a flotilla of around 160 boats will travel through time and through the history of Paris. We estimate about 600,000 people from all nationalities present at that very ceremony.
And tell us a little bit about the mascot. What is its name?
This mascot is Frige. Frige is inspired by the hat that the revolutionary people had in 1789 during the French Revolution. And we want to pay tribute to our history and also the values of the French Revolution, which have spread in the world, but also show that this revolutionary spirit has inspired us also in the organization of these Olympic Games, which will be both green and at the same time open to the public as much as possible to share the joy, the energy, and the creativity.
We decided not to take any photos because there are already so many great photos related to the Olympics.
I've heard that you chose 4 photos for the calendar, so could you show me some of the photos?
Yes, it's been a difficult choice to make, I must say, but I selected 4 of them. The first one is the archery competition, in which I think Korea is a great performer. And I chose this picture not only because Korea is great in archery, but also because just for the pleasure, it's a place where I commute a lot because the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is just behind on the left. So some of my colleagues will be able to see the competition from their office.
Wow.
Lucky. The second picture I chose is beach volley. The third picture I chose is an innovative one, a new sports BMX biking jump that will be performed above the Seine.
This is the last photo the ambassador chose.
The opening ceremony with the flotilla of 160 boats along the 6 kilometers of the Seine.
If you have to pick one photo for the calendar, which one would you pick?
I think I will take
This one.
this one.
Among these photos, which one did the ambassador ultimately choose?
If you're curious, don't miss next week's episode of Diplomat Talks.
저희가 이번에 도착한 곳은 어디일까요?
It is the UAE Embassy in Seoul.
Every year, 28th of August, we celebrate UAE's Women's Day.
August 28th is Emirati Women's Day. This day was established in 2015 by Her Highness Sheikha Fatima bint Mubarak, who in the UAE is considered the mother of the nation. She is known as a pioneer of women's activism in the UAE and a supporter of women's rights and development. The UAE is consistently implementing policies to expand women's participation in social activities. As a result, the UAE ranked 72nd in the 2021 Global Gender Gap Report published by the World Economic Forum, up 48 places from the previous year, and it ranked first among Arab countries.
This is a special date where the General Women's Union was formed or founded. So every year we celebrate the achievement and the development of women in our society. As you are aware, UAE is a leader in women empowerment because, for example, our Federal National Council, by law 50% they are women, and also a lot of really organization and project were led by women. We have more than 9 ministers in our cabinet, ministry cabinet, and also more than 45% of the national space sector is led by women, and we have 34% of the Mars mission. It's also the team was led by women. So also we have 70% behind the UAE astronaut program was led by 70% women. So this shows how UAE play a big role really and really focus in the women empowerment. To be honest, our leader not just to focus on the empowerment domestically, also globally. There is so many programs which is UAE supported, is like for example, women peace security. So that's why we choose the state to highlight and showcase of to the world.
Now let's proceed with the photo shoot.
너무 어두운가요? 괜찮아요?
I
heard that you have the logo up on the stage.
Yeah.
I heard that there is a logo commemorating UAE Women's Day, so I'm planning to create an image for the calendar by taking a photo of the ambassador and photoshopping it with the logo.
1, 2, 3.
Aren't you curious what kind of image will come out?
So how do you want this day to be known or celebrated in Korea?
Many people they know UAE, but many people they were surprised when they heard like they always have, to be honest, a negative idea about Middle East, that they don't give women empowerment. This is more education, really to highlight the effort that made by UAE. We believe in a woman role, and they can work side by side with the man, to build their society and to develop their country.
Everyone, be sure to check the calendar for August 28th, UAE Women's Day.
아니 근데 똑똑님 생각해봤는데 달력에 한국 기념일도 넣어야 되는 거 아닐까요?
Oh, you're right. We completely forgot about that.
그러면 날을 하나 골라야 되는데
Which day should we choose?
3일절?
National Liberation Day.
한글날?
Constitution Day. Did you know that Independence Movement Day, Constitution Day, National Liberation Day, and National Foundation Day are Korea's 4 major national holidays?
그렇다고 해도 그 4개 중에서 어떤 걸 골라요?
It's not easy.
뭔가 고르기가 좀 애매한 것 같아요. 다 중요한 날이니까.
What should we do?
So, we convened the Diplomat Talks meeting online.
그래서 지금 한국 기념일을 하나 골라야 되는데 어떤 걸 고르면 좋을지 잘 모르겠어서 아니면 좀 중요한 날인데 사람들이 잘 모르는 날 그런 것도 있을까요? 차라리 그런 걸 골라서 뭔가 이번 달력을 계기로 홍보하는 것도 괜찮을 것 같아서 그래요. 그러면 결정합시다.
That's a good idea.
톡톡님도 오케이?
Yes. Nuri,
네?
could I try directing the photo shoot?
톡톡님이요? 그래요.
Okay. We need a few more people other than you. What about we call the other assistant directors?
그래요.
Is everyone here?
톡톡님 우리 왜 여기로 오라고 했어요?
To do the photo shoot.
여기서요?
Yes.
여기 뭐가 있지?
여기 그리고 전망이 있으니까.
그럼 여기 정자 안에서 찍는 거예요?
No. I asked you to come here because we can get a clear view of Seoul. Do you see the fortress wall? We can also show Korea's traditional architectural beauty. And the most important reason is because we can see the blue sky, which is our topic today.
그렇네. 하늘이 잘 보이긴 하네요.
Why is the sky important? It's because the day we chose is
바로 푸른하늘의 날입니다.
the International Day of Clean Air for Blue Skies was the first UN holiday to be spearheaded by Korea and is also observed in Korea.
September 7th is the International Day of Clean Air for Blue Skies. The day was designated to raise awareness of the importance of the atmospheric environment and to increase understanding and interest in climate change. It was designated as the first UN commemorative day proposed by Korea and later designated as a national celebration day. Various events are held to commemorate this day around the world, including Korea.
아 이쪽 오늘 근데 하늘 날씨가 좋아가지고 딱 푸르게 딱 있는데.
아, 다 그렇게 큰 그림을 보고 하신 거구나.
Of course.
컨셉 어떻게 할 거예요?
I wanted to capture youth and freshness.
청춘이요? 그럼 전 빠질게요. 저는 아닙니다. 청춘이.
We're living to be 100 these days. You still count as youth.
청춘 느낌이면 뭐가 떠올라? 뭐가 떠올라요?
이렇게 그 아시죠? 점프샷 그
점프.
뒤로 해가지고 이렇게 탁 하는 거 있잖아요.
또
저 약간 흰 티에 청바지 스타일.
흰티?
근데 옷을 못 맞추고 왔어.
또
I have something planned. Just follow my direction. Hello, it's Director Talk Talk. Go in front of the fortress. Put your hands up into the air.
손 하나 뻗어봅시다.
어떻게
아
해요?
이렇게
손 뻗어봅시다.
두 손을요?
Like this?
I don't think the face should come out. Look back.
얼굴이 나오면 안 돼요?
Cut, cut, cut. Let's try another pose. Jump.
하나 둘 셋.
Cut, cut, cut. Point at the sky.
맞아 다 이렇게 했다가
Point to the sky with your other hand.
맞죠.
왼손이요?
Which picture do you think made the cut?
I think we'll need to use special measures.
저도 처음 오는 곳이에요. 누리. Yes, 누리. Nice to meet you. 말레이시아 가봐.
This is the church du fair of the Embassy of Malaysia. Which day did the Malaysian embassy choose?
So tell us about the day.
I'm really delighted to share with Arirang TV and its audience about Malaysia Day.
September 16th is Malaysia Day, Hari Malaysia, a day commemorating the founding of the Malaysian Federation in 1963. The federation resulted from the merger of the Federation of Malaya, the state of Singapore, Sabah, and Sarawak. However, Singapore separated from Malaysia to become an independent and sovereign state on August 9, 1965. On Malaysia Day, which has been designated as a public holiday since 2010, various events are held to show the patriotism and passion of Malaysians.
And many people, they get confused between Malaysia Day and National Day, or we call Merdeka, because they are celebrated like 16 days apart. Merdeka is celebrated on 31st of August, and Malaysia Day falls on 16th of September. The difference between the two is very straightforward. Merdeka means independence, when we freed ourselves from British colony, basically. Whereas Malaysia Day is the day when the four entities, the Federation of Malaya, which achieved independence in 1957, together with Singapore, North Borneo, then North Borneo, but now it's called Sabah, and Sarawak. They got together and they formed Malaysia as what it is today. And of course, 2 years down the road in 1965, Singapore withdrew from the Federation, and that left the Federation of Malaya, or Peninsular Malaysia, and Sabah as well as Sarawak.
So what do you usually do on the Malaysia Day in Malaysia?
There will be like a grand parade normally, and there will be lots of activities. For Malaysia Day, it is more about unity. It is about how we got together and what brought us together. Because ethnically speaking, the Peninsular Malaysia, the major races there would be Malays, and then Chinese as well as Indians. These are the three main races in Peninsular Malaysia. Whereas in Sabah and Sarawak, there are many more ethnics. And behind us As you can see, 1, 2, 3, and 4, they represent the state of Sarawak over there in a very nice and unique Iban, I would say, outfit. And this is to represent the ethnic of Kadazan from the state of Sabah.
Isn't it interesting that people with different cultures came together to form one country? I think this diversity makes Malaysia shine even more. It is a day to commemorate the founding of present-day Malaysia, so let's all hold up the national flag.
This is like a...
You touch your heart. Other than
like...
shaking hands,
really? Yeah.
we do this as well.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Oh,
yeah.
this is...
Yeah.
And how do you want this day to be known or celebrated in Korea?
The underlying motive of Malaysia Day is all about unity. Actually, I think unity is key to ensure the world will continue to enjoy peace and prosperity. I truly believe that if we embrace the spirit of unity as deeply embedded in the celebration of Malaysia Day, it is something that could lead, or at least to contribute a little bit, if not much, towards, I wouldn't want to use, as cliche as it sounds, like in most of the beauty pageants, they will say world peace, you know, at the final round of the interview. So I truly believe that that is something that Korea and other countries could also learn. And of course, for Malaysia, we try our level best to showcase our unity through Malaysia Day celebration, for instance.
Yeah, I think we need unity more than ever.
Not only was I able to learn about Malaysia Day, but I also learned a lot of things I didn't know about Malaysia.
저희가 다음으로 갈 곳은 여기.
Yes, we are at the Belarusian embassy.
Hi, hello.
How are you?
Please say hi to the camera.
Hi.
Hi.
Let me introduce the Belarusian ambassador. So ambassador, tell us about Danzhinki.
Danzhinki is the Belarusian Festival of Harvest, a traditional folk holiday celebrated at the end of summer or early fall to commemorate the end of the harvest. During Danzhinki, which comes from the Belarusian word for rain, various traditional activities take place throughout Belarus. This day is traditionally considered a time for people to unite around field work, and is also a time to share the joy of a good harvest through song, dance, and festive gatherings.
And I think from the ancient time, one of the most important holiday in the culture of every country, of every people, is the holiday of the harvesting the crops. And Danzhinki in one of the such holidays in Belarus. It took their roots from the very ancient times, and it symbolizes the end of harvesting the major crops items. Usually it's celebrated in September. During this holiday, people gathering, they're making some performances, and certainly they are tasting a lot of foods which are made from the results of their harvesting.
이게 추석 컨셉이니까 먼저 가족분들이 전통 의상 입고 있는 거 하나 찍고 그 다음에 이제 음식도 있으니까 음식 먹는 거 아니면 음식 앞에서 하나 이런 식으로 해서 두 가지 컨셉으로 찍어보는 거.
The ambassador and his family all gathered to take a picture celebrating the Danzhinki. The entire family wore traditional Belarusian clothing.
This clothes is white color because the traditional clothes are made from flax. And it is kind of the national ornament. It's like of the ancient, part of the ancient alphabet.
So do you sometimes wear this traditional clothes?
Actually, yes,
Yes?
we often wear it. So while wearing this, especially not being in Belarus, we feel the connection to our nation, to our people, to where we belong, you know. So it is really important part of our life, I would say.
And finally, foods eaten during Belarus Danzhinki were prepared. We are going to take pictures with the food now.
How about we do cheers? Okay, now 1, 2, 3.
Now that the photo shoot is over, we can taste the food.
This is a potato pancake.
Potato pancake?
It is one of the traditional dishes of Belarus. These pancakes are usually should be eaten with the jam, and the potato should be eaten with sour cream.
Oh, could I try it?
Yes, certainly.
Wow, 맛있다.
Sometimes it's more complicated.
In Korea, we have this similar dish called 감자전. It's also potato pancake.
While talking with the ambassador and his family, it felt like we were one step closer to Belarus.
Often provided in English also.
This holiday, I mean Danzhinki, Chuseok, in any harvest holiday in any country, could once again show us that in spite of we have different cultures, different people, different languages, we have a lot of common, even in food traditionally. And if we have the same food tradition, so I think we could find the common language in any other things, including some political things and economical things. That is why I think this holiday is joining people rather than separating them. And just now it's very important to find the reason for joining than the reason for being separated.
Be sure to check the calendar for September 14th, Danzhinki.
The final episode to create a one-of-a-kind calendar will air next week. What kind of special holidays will be in store for us?
Everyone, stay tuned for more.
Oh, TokTok is looking for a way to include all embassy anniversaries on the calendar fairly. I wonder if TokTok is doing well.
더 열심히 해야 돼요. 더. 빨리 완벽한 방법을 찾아서 보고하세요.
I'm doing my best. Aren't you going to help me?
왜 화를 내시죠?